So number 5 gives us the table, but then there's some numbers that are missing. So what we're saying here is that our table, and if you want to kind of think of it this way, is that they're saying that the first number is 80, but then there's another number, another number, another number, another number, and then the sixth number is 55. And what they're saying is that it's arithmetic. So arithmetic means that we're adding, right? And so what we're saying is that, okay, 80 plus something gives us a number, whatever that number is, plus something gives us another number, and so on, until we get down to 55. And so what we're trying to figure out is, well, what are they adding? Or in this case, because you notice we start high and get smaller, so it must mean that we're adding, or in this case, looks like we're subtracting. But adding a negative number is the same thing as subtracting, so it's really kind of the same idea. So we've got to figure out, well, what are they subtracting by each time? You could do kind of a guess and check thing and say, like, oh, maybe they're subtracting by 10. So maybe it's 80, 70, 60, 50. Oh, wait. No, that doesn't work. So subtracting by 10, that's too much. Maybe they're subtracting by 2. 78, 76, 74, 72. Oh, nope, too little. Right, so we could do this kind of guess and check thing and keep kind of playing with it until we figure out a number. Maybe, are they subtracting by 5? What if we did 75, 70, 65, 60? Oh, well, okay, that does work out. So it looks like they're subtracting by 5. Now, I want to make sure, that was kind of a guess and check thing, and this particular problem's kind of easy because you're going by 5s. But what if the numbers were a little uglier and you weren't counting by 5s, you're counting by like 9s or something? So we want more of like a surefire way of getting the answer without just doing this kind of guess and check thing. So the way that we come up with it is that we first of all figure out, well, how far did they go, right? So what's the distance? So we're going to find the total distance that they jumped, right? Because I kind of think of this as a jump, right? We jumped from 80 to 55. So the distance there from 80 to 55 is, if you subtract the two, is a distance of 25. Like if you thought about it on a number line, like if you were at 80 on a number line, and then let's say that's 0, and then you ended up, let's say that's 55, not quite to scale here, right? So how far of a jump was it? Well, that's a jump of 25. So, but we didn't make this jump in one big jump. We actually broke it up over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jumps. So then I'd have to say, well, how much would each jump? So it wasn't one big jump. It was broken up into, right, like 5 smaller jumps. So it's going to be the distance divided by the number of jumps. So in this case, we made 5 jumps. So 25 divided by 5 gives you 5. Oh, okay. So we proved it, right? So we proved that what we're doing is that we're doing minus 5 each time. So this was our way of figuring it out by not just, kind of doing the whole guess and check thing. Now what it says create a context. So as far as creating a context just means, if we think about a context, we're just saying like a story. Well, what's the story? Well, I don't know. It could be anything. What did we, after a day, right? Because maybe those are days, but they could be minutes or hours or whatever you want. But it could be that, on the first day, I had 80, I don't know, blank. So on the first day I had 80 blank and blank by 5 per day. And what I mean by blank is it could be anything. So on the first day I had 80 cookies and ate we'll erase the by, that doesn't make sense, and ate 5 cookies per day or something. So it doesn't really matter what it is. Or on the first day I had 80 pimples and I popped 5 per day. Or on the first day I had $80 and I spent 5 per day. So it doesn't really matter. We just want to get the idea of how much did you have on the first day, and then what was it changing by. In this case it was decreasing by 5. So if I said I ate, right, that means there's less. Or if I spent money, that means there's less. So that's all we're saying there. Alright, so go ahead and stop here and try 5 on the right.